Yes, sir, Earnshaw, we are back. The baseball season's over, brother. Baseball season's over. How you doing, bro?
How's it going, dude? Good to be
Yeah, I'm
with you.
okay.
Good to be with you.
I am. Look, man, I'm happy because we got an insane, incredible Game 7 and a great series, a better series than we thought we would. But also, a little sad that we only have couple of what was like 150 days to the World Baseball Classic, which is great though.
Yeah.
We get
Pretty
World
quick.
Baseball Classic. By the way, I
It'll be here.
didn't realize this until I realized that it's been 3 years since we started the show together.
Wow.
That's crazy because the 2023
Wow.
World Baseball Classic. If you want to go back into the archives and watch some of our first episodes, we were doing World Baseball Classic previews. 2020.
I know I had like the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Remember I had the American flag on.
That was a different Earnshaw.
Yeah.
That was a Hollywood Earnshaw.
Those early days.
That was
right out of
Earnshaw,
college,
dude.
Earnshaw. Right out of college.
Yeah, that was Kike Earnshaw, man. Like you saw Kike at the parade today, man. He was letting F-bombs drop, all that stuff. It was that was your swagger back then, I feel like.
Yeah, right out of college. I wouldn't say my prime, but it was a time. That's for sure.
Why wasn't it your prime?
I think my prime is current. It's still to come. I would say so.
I don't know, man. Well, look.
I mean, you're going to be 31, right?
I'm right. I'm in the middle of my prime. I don't know what we're talking about here. Like, you should, don't even tell the audience what you told me before the show. It was rude. It was disrespectful. We don't want to reiterate it, okay?
I will at some point.
Okay, sure. Surprise the audience. But
I will.
In all seriousness, Nick, this was, I mean, what a Game 7 we got. That was, we're going to get into all of it. This is our World Series reaction / recap show. So we're going to get into a bunch of things regarding this World Series in general. But Nick, we can just, start off with just what a Game 7. What a Game 7 that was.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I was all over South Jersey and Philadelphia on Saturday. I had watched most of it on my phone. And Mike Gill, 97.3 ESPN, blames me for the Toronto loss because as I was walking into his house, 9th inning, Miguel Rojas. As soon as I opened the door, goodbye. I ruined the mojo. So he can blame me. I'll blame him, but it is what it is. This was an all-time game, an all-time sporting event, to say the least. You got the Bo Bichette moment early on, hitting the home run. It's like, oh, man, this has all the feel of Toronto, but it's the Dodgers, and you can never count out the Dodgers. I mean, they just come out with big hit after big hit. Will Smith eventually wins it for them. Dude, this was one of the best baseball games, best sporting events I have ever seen. That's all you want in a Game 7. It had it. It had Ohtani. It had everybody. Ohtani get taken out early, right? Bo Bichette in the big home run. You get Yamamoto coming back in off of one day, 96 pitches the day before. He comes in, second player in Major League Baseball history since the late 1960s with 3 games in the World Series. Unreal stuff. Will Smith ends up winning it. And listen, Vladdy had a shot in the 11th, hits the double, gets to third, 90 feet away, double play to end the game. It was like that. Just like that, it ended. That's all you could ask for from a World Series Game 7. It was just incredible. And, I was all over watching it. The way I was watching it was as crazy as the game. So it was fun. Saturday night was just fun. And if you look at the ratings that came out, more than the NBA Finals, I would say baseball's in a very good spot right now. If you know that one app, Reel, they had more viewers than the Super Bowl on that one app. Like, this was a all-time game that everybody was just tuned into.
Yeah, and Nick, the one thing you're talking about ratings and baseball being in a good spot. This was, I think, to get back-to-back years where you get the Yankees and the Dodgers, and even though it went 5 games, I don't think it was like an exciting series to a certain extent. It was fun. You had the historic matchup. You had Judge and Ohtani. You had everything that went on there. So it was great last year to a certain extent, and it was amazing this year. I mean, I think maybe more baseball fans probably wanted Seattle, and maybe I'm speaking selfishly here, but I wanted Seattle and the Dodgers. I thought that would have been the most exciting matchup, just because Seattle's never won a World Series before, and that team was really exciting to root for and watch. But Nick, I mean, we'll get into the entire series overall, but I will say just Game 7 specifically. I'll be honest. I thought, especially when Bichette hit that home run, I was like, okay, the Blue Jays just have the it factor. They just have whatever it is. I don't know, whatever that it factor is that we see in sports, the Blue Jays have it. You know, they had the best record in the American League, albeit only 94 games. It's still the best record in the American League. And, you know, they seem to always come up when come through when they need to, whether it's Springer, whether it's Bichette, whether it's Vladdy, whether it's Trey Savage in a big spot. Whoever it may be, it seemed like I was like, okay, Bichette hits that home run. I'm like, nah, the Blue Jays, this is their year, their postseason. And they're a great team, and they would have deserved it. Especially them people counting them out like us before the series even started.
I know. I said 5. I said Dodgers at 5.
I mean, it's not even just us. I mean, like most people, 99% of people were saying Dodgers at most in 5 or 6 games, not even giving the Blue Jays a chance. And I'm glad that they surprised us and they took it to 7 games and almost won it. But I mean, the thing for me, Nick, was that I just thought the Blue Jays had the magic. I thought they had it going down to the last inning. I thought Jeff Hoffman was going to come in and close it out, and that was going to be it. And for the Dodgers to turn it around like that, and from guys that we wouldn't expect, like Miguel Rojas, to hit that home run, the game-tying home run, and then to get that out at home plate was, I mean, just ginormous. But then to guys that we would expect, like a Will Smith, like a Yamamoto to come in, even though to a certain extent, would you even expect the guy coming off of the pitching the entire game before and come
2 2/3 in Game 7?
Just insane. So from Muncy hitting that big home run late too, they're guys that we would expect, like Yamamoto, Muncy, Will Smith, but then the Miguel Rojas's, which baseball fans like us and Dodgers fans, of course, even bigger, are going to remember forever. And those are guys you look at and say, wow, wouldn't expect that. Tommy Edman last year for the Dodgers, wow, wouldn't expect that. Howie Kendrick for the Nationals in 2019, wow, wouldn't expect that. But that's what makes not just baseball, but sports so freaking special. Is those guys that you just wouldn't expect to come in and make a big impact. And that was Miguel Rojas late in that game. So just what an awesome Game 7, man. What an awesome Game 7.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for any more. I think we broke it down pretty good. Like it was just such a fun game to watch. And it's like you were tuned into every single pitch. It was like, all right, what's going to happen here? You thought Toronto was going to win. No, big home run from Miggy there. And Dodgers somehow find a way, right? Like that top payroll, the $1 billion deferred contracts won. They won it. They got it done. Oh yeah, they got it done. Of course they did. Deferred payment. The Los Angeles deferred payments got it done again.
And that's going to be look. We're going to talk about that throughout the offseason. Yeah, I mean, it's now. Hopefully, go ahead.
I want to throw this out there.
Sure.
It was such a great Game 7. And the ratings have been fantastic for baseball.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to talk about throughout the offseason how baseball is going to ruin it by locking themselves out in about a year. They're going to lose all the momentum, and they're going to ruin it.
We're going to talk about it. I mean, you know what's funny? I'm currently in the middle of watching the new Montreal Expos documentary.
I finished that. It was awesome.
Oh, you did? Okay, so don't give me too much.
I won't.
can probably surmise what it's really, I'm about like 30, 40 minutes into it.
It was back in the Stone Age. You remember?
I'm literally, of course, screw you. I was not born yet. Relax. I was 6 months before I was born. They needed me to come in and say baseball, and I did. I was born. That's what happened. But I meant to say that. I meant to say in the Montreal documentary because I'm at the part where the 94 strike comes in the World Series. And so what great timing. But I forgot what else I was going to mention. Oh, Game 7s, by the way. Now, 0-1 World Series, Game 7, Luis Gonzalez wins on a walk-off. Amazing. I don't think this tops that. But do you think this is better than 2016? World Series Game 7? Rajay Davis, Cubs win it?
Yeah.
Or is there so much magnitude there because of the Cubs and the Guardians? Because no one, or Indians, sorry, I'm going to say at that point. Because neither won a World Series in so long.
This is tough. I didn't even think about this.
That Rajay Davis home run, even though
that was great.
Lost, it was so iconic too. Even though
I remember I was in high school at that time, and I was doing journalism, and I got like asked about it or something, and like I just remember the next day like doing a story on it, or someone did a story on it and asked me to come on their show or whatever, and yeah, that's a good one. Oh, this was really good though, like
amazing. That was incredible. I mean, it was. I mean, the theater of 2 outs away. I mean, the Blue Jays were 2 outs away.
You stumped me here. You stumped me here.
It's tough. No, it's tough. I'd have to go back and like rewatch the 9th and 10th innings of that game, and this one 11. I mean, and then you had bases loaded, where IKF almost crosses his own plate. Will Smith barely gets his.
Oh, I know. I mean, he might have.
I think he got it barely, but it was close, and it was the evidence. There wasn't enough evidence for that.
I know, but like if it got called the other way, I don't think there would have been enough evidence. You know what I mean? Like whatever the call was, that's what it was gonna be. No doubt about it. I know. Is it better than 2016? 2016 was awesome.
I know it was.
Oh,
yeah. It's just like the magnitude of the Cubs winning is it's hard to compare.
I know, no, back to back title. Cubs not winning for years and years and years. Bartman.
Yeah, but I mean, it's tough because now we're just talking about the games.
Can I get a cop out and just say they're both fantastic?
Yeah, I mean, no, this is off the top. Off the top.
I'm copping out. I'm gonna cop out. I know it's a bad answer, but I'm copping out.
That's fine. I don't. Again, I would have to go back and like watch that late.
Game. Yeah, but you can go back and watch it, and like it's not gonna have the same feel as when you were watching it live. Course, you know what I mean? Like you have to identify. You have to identify like that specific moment, that time period, the emotion, watching that game, Davis hitting the home run, like that whole thing. Like it's hard to compare and remember. Like, all right, what was it like at that time, right?
Yeah,
and then compared to this one,
I remember we're talking about like feelings and emotions. I remember watching the Cleveland and Chicago. Being like this World Series is such a big deal because no team had ever.
I know. Maybe that one's slight edge, but this one is right there. Yeah, so good, so good. It's in the conversation
for sure.
One of the best ever.
Yeah, but how about people out there can let us know? Let us know, dude.
Yeah, comment.
Which Game 7 was better? Which one was better? Cleveland and Chicago in 2016, or the Dodgers and the Blue Jays in 2025.
Make that a poll. Make that a poll.
I will. I was actually thinking about it. I put out a poll on the shift.
I did see that.
Yeah, and I will. I'll talk about it in a couple of minutes, but I wanted to get through some of this stuff first. But Nick, just some of my other thoughts and takeaways just from the series overall. I don't know if you wanted to give me some of yours as well, but number one for me, just Blue Jays. I mean, this obviously goes to Game 7 too, but like Blue Jays magic just ran out. I know someone had mentioned that I'd heard before too, but it did. Again, when the Blue Jays have needed it in the playoffs, it seems like they've just gotten it. Again, Springer home run against Seattle, them taking it back to LA and winning a couple and be like, Toronto's going to take it back to Toronto and win it. Blue Jays magic just ran out, and it was tough late in that Game 7. Look, it's hard. The Dodgers are a really good team, and it's hard to win. It's hard. I'm not making excuses, but it's hard. So Toronto, Blue Jays magic just felt like it ran out. Dodgers, again, like just felt like they got it done when they needed to, man. I'm reiterating what I already said, but the guys came through when they needed them to. Yamamoto, even like I said, Muncy late in that game.
Huge.
And defense. Andy Paz comes into the game and runs over Kike.
I know.
He ran him over.
Yeah. So. I got to give credit to Ernie Clement breaking the single season postseason hit record. Nuts.
Are we okay with Ernie Clement being the guy? No offense to Ernie.
I love it. Love it.
I like to be in a
Shout out to the
Rosarena.
Ernies.
I like to be in a Rosarena. Well, even Vladdy too. Vladdy's right up there now too.
Yeah. Her Ernie breaks it. Got to give him credit. Stinks they couldn't win it, but he does hold the record now. Single post. He's got a feel for Donnie baseball as well. I brought that up in our World Series preview. Man, I mean, imagine being that close. Oh,
yeah.
All those years, you're that close. You're in the ninth inning. Couldn't get it done. Got to feel for Donnie baseball. You kind of hit on it. Yamamoto, just unbelievable throughout the series. I mean, World Series MVP. You can't put into words how deep the rotation goes for the Dodgers and how huge that was. Unbelievable to say the least. They're just deep, man, and they have a roster that is clearly the number one payroll in baseball, for good or for worse. So it showed. It took all they had to beat Toronto, so you got to give credit with the fight Toronto had, getting to Game 7, proving us almost wrong. Like, hey, they're not just some slouch of a team. What's going to happen with them in the offseason? Shane Bieber, free agent. Like, they have a lot of question marks. But, yeah, I thought you just see how deep the Dodgers are. It's like, man, how do you stop that with that big of a payroll and that many stars? I mean, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. You can't stop it. Can't stop it. But I do want to get to a couple of the comments here. We got Phil. Love Phil. He said, when I watch that World Series, makes me think the Phillies are so far behind the Dodgers. Dude. I think the same thing. Could you imagine, Fran, Rob Thompson and this team in a game like that? They'd squeal, squirm, and not be able to, like, they'd be crying. You'd see 5 Orion Kerkering moments if you're the Phillies.
Listen. All the Phils are going to sign Bregman. I don't want to get into this too much. All right, they're going to sign Bregman. They're going to trade for Taylor Ward. They're going to be okay. All right.
Oh God, give me a break.
Painter's going to come up win Rookie of the Year. It's all good.
Why not Justin Crawford?
I was going to get to him.
Adam Miller needs to come up too.
By the way, I'm going to put since you spoke the poll into existence, I'm going to put it out. Which World Series Game 7 was better, 2025 or 2016? I'm going to put it up there. So Jovan said, I know you put up there, I'm going to say, I hope Vladdy gets more recognition as one of the best in the game. I was going to mention that, and thank you, Jovan, for the comment. Like, I was going to mention that Vladdy, I don't want it to get, Ernie Clement, great postseason too. Adam Barger could have been World Series MVP if they had won. He probably was going to be the World Series MVP if they won. Vladdy had an awesome postseason, and like Jovan said, one of the best hitters in the game. Yeah, and it's unfortunate because I don't think people are going to talk about this postseason as much now. Unfortunately, I think people will talk about it. People will talk about it and people mention it, but it's not going to be like if the Blue Jays had won the World Series, we'd be talking about like Vladdy's postseason being wow, one of the best we've seen
ever. Yep.
Yeah, it's
going to get forgotten. It's going to be like, oh, the Dodgers won that second one. What a great World Series was. Game 7 was nuts. Yeah, Vladdy will get forgotten. And then Clement, he has the record. So
it's kind of like almost a little bit, but not as much because Barry Bonds was so unbelievable at that time. And Vladdy is in his own right. But Bonds had like an incredible 2002 World Series, but they lost. So it was like the Angels won, but Bonds, maybe a little because Bonds had such an insane World Series. But yeah, so we'll see. Well, so what did Jovan say? Hoffman giving up that bomb will live in it.
Yeah, put it back up.
Yeah. Vlad just missing that home run late in Game 7 also a hurt piece. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, going back to Phil's comment too, like could not imagine the Phillies there. They would squirm and be scared to death out there.
Yeah, Bryce Harper doesn't have it anymore. He's not Bedlam Bryce anymore. He is I don't know what he is now. He just lets Kyle Schwarber be the leader of that team now too. So
he's boo me Bryce. Boo me
he's like,
Bryce.
Look at me. I don't like my baseball life anymore. Kind of just kidding, Bryce.
But we can all agree the better team did win.
Yes, the perfect segue. Shall we play? If you don't know, I don't know how you don't know. So I didn't really know anything about this guy. But shout out to the Sportsnet Toronto crew. I mean, so his name's Caleb Joseph, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because I went to his baseball reference page. Caleb Joseph, he used to play he finished his career with the Blue Jays. I played with the Mets, I believe. And if you have it queued up, Nick.
I'm ready.
Yeah, perfect. So this is Caleb Joseph on Sportsnet. This is what he had to say about the Blue Jays after they lost to the Dodgers.
There were a lot of wet eyes, and I don't doubt them, and I don't blame them for that. And it's going to sound like sour grapes, and I don't really give a shit, but
Whoa!
The better team did not win this series. I think the Blue Jays are the better team, and I feel like they played baseball a certain way that was infectious, that grabbed the attention of the fans, and it's disheartening to see that the better team did not win. And that's not to take anything away from the Dodgers, but the Blue Jays, they did so many things correct. They did so many things right. There were a lot of wet eyes. And
wait, can we play it again?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to play up to the one part.
It's going to sound like sour grapes, and I don't really give a shit, but I think the better team did not win.
Hey, he doesn't really give a shit. He doesn't really give a shit.
That's what he said, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, big balls. He freaking said the S word on live TV as a TV analyst. Good job, bro. Earnshaw, I just
I'll let you go. I'm gonna put my microphone down. You go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, man. Here's my thing, and like AJ Brzezinski said this on Foul Territory TV that like I think it was more of like an expectation of what the Blue Jays were going to be in this series. Like, yeah, they played a really good series. That doesn't mean that they outplayed the Dodgers. I mean, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was World Series MVP for a reason because he had an incredible performance. And look, the Blue Jays did some really good things. They did. But the Dodgers played a really good series too, especially when they needed them to. So, look, man, this isn't like, Nick, my comparison is, this isn't like hockey, right? Like hockey, you have two completely separate teams with the goalie. Well, not completely separate, but different. In hockey, you could go in if you're like, let's say you're the Canucks versus the Knights, the Golden Knights, right? The Canucks can have 40 shots on net and play a super hot goalie, and they could have played better hockey. They could have had better the offensive pressure in the zone, and they could have played better. 40 shots on net, 1 goal, right? Because the goalie was so good. And then on the other side, the Golden Knights can get 5 shots on net and score 4 times, and they won because they put the puck in the net 4 times. And the other goalie could have played crappy. I almost used the word that Caleb Joseph used. I didn't use it, though, because we're professionals here at the Shift. We're professionals. So baseball is not the same sport, though. It's not the same sport. Yeah, the Blue Jays did a lot of fundamentally good things, but they also folded when they needed them to late in those games, not getting the runs home against Yamamoto. Why? Because Yamamoto was better in that situation. And the Blue Jays didn't get it done when they needed them to. That's just the truth. It's the fact. So the Blue Jays, they played a good series. The Dodgers played a little better too. Why? Because they had the clutch gene there in Game 7 too. And I count the clutch gene as a way of playing better. So I don't know, Nick. It's a cute sentiment. It was really cute that he decided to curse on TV as being a professional analyst. That's great. Doesn't move the needle for me. The Dodgers were the better team in the series.
Love it. Love it. Listen, I don't really give a shift what he had to say.
All of a sudden.
I don't really give a shift. The better team did win the series, okay? The Dodgers were the better team. They're the better team going in. They were a better team coming out. Toronto, great team. They're not as deep as the Dodgers. They played a heck of a series, had a heck of a run. They were not better than the Dodgers. And listen, it would have been upset, if they won the series. And the fact they went 7 games and they had a shot to win twice. Dodgers were the better team. It's just not even close. They're a deeper team. They had better starting pitching. They have more money than the number 1 payroll in baseball. Not to say that Toronto's the number 5 payroll in baseball too, but this is what the Dodgers are. The Dodgers are buying World Series, right? Like they can go out and buy World Series. They have all this talent. They have unlimited cash, unlimited resources. They were the better team. They were the deeper team. They have the deeper pockets. They won. This is why. Okay, They were not the better team.
But can I just give credit to the Dodgers? I want to. You keep saying the money thing.
The Los Angeles deferred payments.
There's some truth to it. There's some truth to it. But I remember, dude, the Yankees tried to buy World Series in the 2000s and they didn't win. So you got to give credit to the Dodgers.
They did it. No, I'm not saying that back to back, but they do have deep pockets.
By the way, do you agree? Agreed. Do you agree with my hockey sentiment? Like, hockey's a different sport. Like, you can outplay a team and just play a hot goalie. This is baseball is different. Like, you either come through or you don't come through.
Clutch
the better
gene matters.
Team does win.
Clutch gene matters.
There's
especially
a difference
in baseball.
There's a difference between, like, let's say if I'm just putting it this way. Let's say if I'm going back to 2008. Like, what if the Rays beat the Phillies in 2008? Yes, technically. I think the Phillies were a better team than the Rays, like structurally, roster wise. But if the Rays won that series, the better team in that series won. Yeah. So it would have been different if maybe the Blue Jays were actually better than the Dodgers, which they weren't in both facets. But you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
If the Dodgers had lost this series, I would have said, "Wow, the better team on paper would have lost." Yeah. But this is not that sentiment. In no ways is Caleb Joseph right here.
No.
Yes, they played fundamentally good baseball and they played a good series.
And they were probably the hotter team. They were probably the hotter. They were all scorching.
And like, look, to me, I can see. I think he was just. I mean, he cursed on live on air, so he was clearly like emotional and pissed off. So a lot of that was because he was. Emotional in the moment, which I understand. We all get that way, but he needs to. He played. By the way, he played like 3 games for the Blue Jays. Can he relax on like his like little emotional connection here? I sound great. I don't really give a shift. No, like, dude, you played 3 games for the Blue Jays. And let's say that this guy, girl, Blue Jays fan. I don't know. I have to look back more of his background, but it was.
I knew this fired you up. I was excited for your rant today.
Thank you. But it was like. You know what I mean, though? It was dumb. I really thought that was unprofessional. And, like, look, the Blue Jays have won World Series before, bro. 92 and 93. It's not like, like, relax. Okay, let's move to the final question. Go ahead.
They're on the verge, of being a dynasty. The better team did not win.
So, are they a dynasty, Nick? That's the last question we'll talk about for the pod. Are the Dodgers a dynasty?
Not yet.
Really?
Well, they have 3 since 20. Well, they have 3 since 20. Usually 3's the number, right? But do we really count 2020?
I had a feeling you might question that.
I mean, really? I don't count it.
But, like, I feel like we're doing this conveniently for ourselves because, like,
I say it across the board: Stanley Cup, NBA Finals, and World Series. I don't think that should count in 2020. I really don't.
So what do those titles mean for all those teams then? To all the
2020 teams?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Asterisk should be next to it. Yeah, asterisk should be next to it. I don't count it as a real title. He played 60 games that year? I mean, come on.
So should we just I don't buy that.
I disregard 2020 any of their titles. It's a hot take by me. That's just my opinion on it. My thought on it is none of them count in my mind.
I think some people.
None of them count. None of them count. So they have 2 in my mind. They have 2 real World Series titles. So they're on the verge of being a dynasty. How about that?
So, wow. Yeah, I disagree. I think that all those teams had to play all of the teams had to play those playoffs. And I think if the Phillies won the 2020 World Series, you would say differently.
Absolutely not. I'm glad no Philadelphia team won because it would have been a fake title, a fraudulent title. I don't count it. I don't count it. I will not count the 2020 World Series. They played in in Texas at a neutral site. They played way less games. They had no fans pretty much the whole year. It was backyard baseball. The bubble was the easiest thing in the world. So that was easy to me. I don't count any of those titles. So I can't call them a dynasty. And the team has changed since then. So I think it's a little far apart, but I think they're on the verge.
That's where I almost went the other way. But I mean, there's still a lot of Mookie was with the 2020 team. Muncy was. Kike was. Kershaw was. Like, I mean, they're still trying in. There were still players.
I'm glad Kershaw. I'm glad Kershaw got a couple of real titles out of it. I'm glad.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, I just like. There's a lot of people that are gonna share that sentiment with you, but I don't know, man. Oh, that's the real title to me. Like, all those teams played those playoffs, those seasons.
It's not a real title. You didn't go on the road.
Mouse.
This was a title. You go and road Game 7, hit all those clutch home runs in that environment where they're about to win the World Series. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's a title. That's a real title. Go and sweep the New York Yankees in New York. Oh, nearly sweep them. Come on, those are titles.
Those are titles. I like the way you said that.
2020 is just so fraudulent. Such a fraudulent title. Every single one of them. Hockey, what was that? Tampa Bay? Who won that one?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay won. LeBron, that's definitely not a title for him. We played the YMCA
because you're
finals.
a Jordan guy. I know you're a Jordan guy. So I see all of these. I see that. Yeah. See, all of these narratives that you're trying to use for yourself. I got it.
I don't count the Dodgers title that year.
Guy.
That's why I'm glad Ernie Clement passed Randy Rosarina for some real hits during a postseason.
Man, Randy's a beast. Don't even do that.
I love Randy Rosarina, but I'm just saying, 2020 just shouldn't count.
Again, Dodgers 3 titles in 6 years, 3 World Series championships in 6 years, 5 World Series appearances in 9 years, and like a gazillion division titles. They're a dynasty.
No, the one title doesn't count. You got to subtract one off like all those.
See, I don't really think like my thing is like we can go back and forth on this for forever. I don't really think we're gonna get anywhere. So I'm gonna say yes.
No, because I'm not. No way I'm changing it. If they win next year and like they get one more in the next like 3 to 4 years, yeah, I'll call them a dynasty.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I see those.
They probably will.
Those 2020 seasons happened. You can't play this game if they don't count. Then they shouldn't have played them. Then they just
there needs to be an asterisk next to those titles on every league.
So what does the asterisk mean then?
It means it's a title in writing, but is it really a title? Like there was a lot of circumstances here where it really shouldn't count.
Yeah, but all the other
they play no games all year.
But all the other teams had the same circumstances.
What about all the other champions? They didn't have the same circumstances.
Okay, it's a unique year. It was a unique year.
A unique year. It was an easy year. You should win a title that
year.
Easy,
but see, that's right. No, but it was not. How does that make sense if it was an easy year? All the other teams had the same circumstances.
Is it? Yeah, you played like no games. You played in front of no fans. It was basically batting practice every game. Are you kidding me?
So it's even worse for those other teams that they didn't come through in this.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. How'd you not get? The Marlins made the playoffs that year. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was a 60-game season. I get it. Yeah, I hear you. But the Dodgers still ended up winning that.
And Rob Manfred, that's one of the reasons I can't stand Manfred because of that debacle, trying to get the season going. Can't wait for 2027.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for no baseball in 2027. Jeez.
What the shift.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, I think that'll wrap it up for episode 102. But let us know on our polls. We got which are the Dodgers a dynasty? Yes or no? It's up there. Should I have had that as a third option? Hell no. Hell yes. Yes. No. Hell no.
Yeah.
But there's that one, and then there's the which World Series game Game 7 was better, 2025 or 2016? I didn't vote on it yet because I still don't know. And I'm gonna go back and do some.
I know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It's really tough, but both are great. Both are amazing.
Both were right. Awesome.
Yeah. But anyway, but Earnshaw, that'll do it for us.
All right, man. Dude, great World Series recap. What a World Series. What a year. Can't wait for Hot Stove. Oh, it's going to be hot.
Dude, it's going to be a lot of good stuff. I love the Hot Stove. Come on, man. And we're here. We're officially here. Here. So I'm sure we'll have like our official off-season prediction shows soon.
Yeah.
So that'll be happening soon. So stay tuned this winter.
A lot of guys
leading up to the World Baseball
Classic.
Oh, my mom wants to know Tani World Baseball Classic Japanese jersey.
Oh,
it's a little odd. My mom likes Otani.
No. No.
You see, he talked in English to the crowd today.
He did. I did see that.
Shout out to Yamamoto.
Yeah. What a World Series MVP for him.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Unbelievable.
But that'll be Andrew Painter next year for the Phillies. So
there you go.
Yep,
All right.
yep.
Sounds
So
good.
that'll do it for us. Stay tuned. All the off-season stuff coming. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in for the 2025 baseball stuff. We'll be doing the same thing next year for 2026, leading up to the lockout, where we'll have a year. we'll have a year and a half of off-season baseball to talk about. We'll be doing all time. Well, Earnshaw, we're getting all of our all-time franchise.
every
we should just save we might do all of our different topics that we don't normally do, that we kind of save. That we'll just save it all for 2027. Funny, but not funny. Anyway,
it's that I'm dreading that. I'm really dreading that. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, but anyway,
all right.
I guess we'll go out on a negative note.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, whatever. Rob Manfred, it's all your fault. Goodbye. That's gonna do it for us. Talk to you later.